Hello everyone, I am Ayush Singh from Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering, and today we will be talking about laser cooler, barcode scanner and laser printer. So let's first talk about what is laser. A laser is a device that emits light through a process of optical amplification based on the stimulated emission of electromagnetic radiation. It differs from the other sources of light because it emits light that is coherent. Coherence allows a laser to be focused to a tight spot, enabling applications such as laser cutting and lithography. It also allows a laser beam to stay narrow over great distances, a feature used in applications such as laser printer and LiDAR. It can also have high temporal coherence, which permits them to emit light with a very narrow frequency spectrum. Alternatively, temporal coherence can be used to produce ultra-short pulses of light with a broad spectrum but durations as short as a femtosecond. So let's talk about laser cooling. A laser cooling is a multi-process that includes a number of techniques in which atomic and molecular samples are cooled down to a temperature near absolute zero. These techniques depend on the fact that when an object, which is usually an atom, emits a photon, its momentum is subject to change. There are several methods of laser cooling. First one is Doppler cooling. It is a technique for laser cooling of small particles, typically atoms or ions. It exploits the Doppler effect where laser light is carefully tuned to a frequency slightly below the natural frequency of atom. Atoms moving toward the laser experience a higher frequency, causing them to selectively absorb photons and lose momentum, effectively slowing down and cooling the atom. Next is first cooling. It involves a polarization gradient as generated by two counter-propagating linearly polarized laser beams with perpendicular polarization directions, and sometimes called polarization gradient cooling. When atoms reach a position where their potential energy is large, it becomes likely that they are optically pumped, for which the potential energy at that position is minimum. In such a way, the polarization gradient light forces which reduce the kinetic energy of atoms. In addition to Doppler cooling, surface cooling, or polarization gradient cooling, there are several other methods of laser cooling, like Raman-Seidman cooling, velocity selective coherent population trapping, and many more. Talking about applications of laser cooling finds diverse applications, notably in creating ultra-cold atomic or ions, for studying quantum phenomena like Bose-Einstein condensation and superfluidity. These ultra-cold systems stimulate complex quantum systems and play roles in precision measurement and quantum information processing. Next one is barcode scanner. Barcode scanners uses lasers to quickly and accurately read barcodes, which are a series of parallel lines of varying width that represent a code. The laser in a barcode scanner emits a beam of light that is directed at the barcode. The light is then reflected back to the scanner, which reads the pattern of the barcode and decodes it into a series of numbers or letters. Working of barcode scanner. The laser in a barcode scanner is typically a low-powered visible laser diode. The laser emits a narrow beam of light which is directed at the barcode. As the laser moves across the barcode, it detects the variation in reflectivity caused by the alternating bars and spaces of the code. This information is then processed by the scanner's electronics to decode the barcode. Laser printer. It is a type of printer that uses a laser beam to produce an image on a drum. The image is then transferred onto paper using toner. They are different from typical printers in that they use a more complex printing process and are generally faster and more efficient. The process of printing with a printing laser printer begins with the creation of an image on a computer. This image is then sent to the printer, which uses a laser to create a negative image of the page on a rotating drum. The drum is then coated with toner, which sticks to the areas that were exposed to the laser. The toner is then transferred to the paper and fused to it using heat. This produces a high quality print that is both crisp and clear. Talking about advantages of laser printer, they are generally faster and more efficient than typical printers because they use a more complex printing process. They are also expensive and require more maintenance. But the quality of the prints produced by laser printer is generally higher than that of typical printer. Working of laser printer. The first process or the first stage is charging. The photosensitive drum is given a positive charge. Then laser writing. A laser beam is directed to the drum to discharge specific areas, creating a pattern responding to the content to be printed. Similarly, followed by the third step, developing. Toner, a fine powder made of plastic and pigment particles, is applied to the drum. It sticks to the area discharged by the laser. Transfer. The toner on the drum is transferred onto a sheet of paper which is given a negative charge. This creates a mirror image of the laser written pattern on the drum. Fusing. The toner on the paper is fused permanently using heat and pressure, producing the final print. Cleaning. Remaining toner on the drum is cleaned off and the process is ready for the next page. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching and do like the video